Hello, fifth grade, and welcome to this lesson for today. So we're going to start and go to Google, open up a new tab, and type in Chrome Music Lab. And if you need help spelling that, just pause this video for a second so you know how to spell it. When you're done typing that in, then press enter. And now we're going to go ahead and press the first website that comes up when you search that in Google. Alright, so I'm sure that some of you have maybe played on Chrome Music Lab before. And if you are not familiar with it, it is a website that has a bunch of different music games, and it has different places that you can create songs, you can create different rhythms and stuff like that. So we are going to start in November a Chrome Music Lab project, and every single week we're going to go to Chrome Music Lab and create music using some of these different activities that they have on here. So the first one that we're going to focus on today is Songmaker, which is one of the most popular ones on here. And you might have done some of these before in music class together, or maybe in your free time. Right now, before we touch anything on here, I'm going to go down to settings because we need to switch up some of the settings before we get started. The first one we're going to do is the length. So I'm going to bring it down to 2 bars. Alright, so change the length to 2 bars. Then we're going to go down here to the last one, range, and change it to 1 octave. So have the length 2 bars, and then the range be 1 octave. When you got those 2 settings changed, go ahead and click the check mark, and then you're ready to go. So on the bottom here, you see that there are some different circles, 2 rows of circles here. You can click on these to fill in different beats and patterns. So right now, you're going to copy my pattern. I'm going to do circle, circle, triangle, triangle. So if you click on it, it'll appear, and if you mess up, you can just click again and it'll erase whatever you have. So right now, do that circle, circle, triangle, triangle pattern through the whole entire bottom row. And if you need to pause this video for a second so you can do this on your own, then go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and move on. Down here in the left bottom corner is a play and pause button. So I'm going to go ahead and play and see what we have so far. Okay. And now all of ours should sound the same right now. Now look where this little electronic button is, and there's a circle right above it. I'm gonna hit play. Then when I click this electronic, it's gonna change the instrument that is playing my beat. So if I click it, it changes to blocks. If I click again, it changes to a drum kit, a conga drum, and then back to electronic. So you go ahead, play around with the different instruments that we have here, and choose one that you like the most. I think I'm going to stick with a conga. Alright, so go ahead, play, and see which instrument you want here. I'm going to go ahead and keep going. If you need to, pause the video. Alright, so now, above here, you can see that there are a bunch of these rectangles or squares. What happens when you click them is that it creates a bunch of colorful blocks. Then when you click them again, it erases the colorful blocks. So if you can see on the bottom are a bunch of low notes. At the top are high notes. So it goes low to high, high to low. So bottom is low, top is high, and so on. Okay, so right now if you have anything on your screen like I do on mine, I'm going to go ahead and erase just the colorful blocks. So leave that beat that we have on the bottom. Now I'm going to create a pattern with these colorful blocks, and I want you to copy that pattern. All right, so here is the pattern I want you to copy down. So if you need to pause the video, look at this shape and the colors, and go ahead and recreate it. Right now I'm going to go ahead and play it and see how it sounds. So you can hear the colorful notes go low and high, and my conga down here, the circle and triangles, give me different rhythms for the beat in the background. So after you finished this, right next to the beat changer is the different instrument sounds that we can use for the colorful blocks. So I'm going to hit play, and then I'm going to listen to the different instruments that we have. So like we have a piano now, we have strings and it sounds like plucking strings, a woodwind, and then a synth. So you choose what combination of the two colorful block instruments and then the beat in the background. So what do you like the most? Go ahead, select that, and then you can work on it right now. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and keep working, and I'm going to erase everything we have. So I'm going to erase our colorful blocks, and I'm also going to erase my beat down at the bottom. Alright, now I'm going to create a new beat. So I'm going to fill in all of the circles. And then for the triangles, I'm going to do triangle, skip one, triangle, skip one, and so on. Alright, so right now let's see how this rhythm sounds on the bottom. Alright, I'm going to pause. And now I'm going to create a new pattern to put up on the screen that I want you to copy down. Alright, now here is the pattern that I want you to copy this time around. So you can see at the beginning it goes nice and smooth, up and down and up and down. Then at the end we have some different jumps in here. So it doesn't go exactly smooth together. We are skipping some blocks. So I'm going to play this one and see how it sounds together. Okay, and now the last thing we're going to do, which is your assignment for this part of the lesson, is I want you to create some kind of pattern with the colorful blocks. So for example, if I do this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'll start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll keep that whole entire pattern. So you see I go once, twice, and 3 times with that pattern. Or you can do something like 2 red, 2 orange, red, orange. And do a pattern that looks like this, that keeps repeating. Or I can even add something on top of this. Alright, so you see that I have green and red in this one, orange, green and red, orange, and so on, and it repeats that pattern. Okay, or I could do something like this, just have 1 green in there. Or something like that. See my green, it goes every other. Alright, so I want you to create some kind of repeating pattern with the colorful blocks, but keep these yellow circles, or not yellow, the blue circles and triangles down at the bottom exactly the same. Now to submit your song so I can actually listen to everyone's songs, hit save, and then it says your song link, or your song is saved at this link. Then I want you to press copy. Then go to the Schoology discussion that you see. Copy this link and paste it in the discussion for this week. Okay, so one more time, your assignment for this week is to keep the beat down at the bottom, create your own pattern using the colorful blocks, go down here, hit save, copy the link, and then submit it in Schoology so I can listen to your song. Alright, so that is it for the first part of our lesson. Go ahead, check in your music checklist for this week to see what is coming up after this.